What's good, world? Y'all already know who this is, man. This is Ace from the hit series Never Enough. I want y'all to be in tune. Go to Allwayzup Film, man. Check out the new thing I got going on. It's called Rap Talk. Rap Talk. Brought to you by Allwayzup Film. You know, stay tuned, subscribe, follow, and share. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm out.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.
Once again, this is Always Up Films. Out here giving you the latest with the rap talk. You know what I mean? Today, I'm just gonna let you introduce yourself. Who might you be, Black?
My name is Jamel K. Pledger, also known as Jimmy Mackington, also known as Murder Mel, you know what I'm saying? Author, actor, reformed gangster, ex-con, gentleman, businessman, and just me.
Cool. Tell us a little about a brief history on yourself, so that we can build up into what's going on today.
Well, man, brief history on me is I'm an orphan, you know what I'm saying? I was lucky to be taken in by my grandmother and my mother, Alma Pledger Pettyway, which is truly my aunt, you know what I'm saying? That raised me, you know what I'm saying? And basically, I went through the struggle, man. I did it all, in and out of jail, robbery, drug deals, you know what I'm saying? It hurt me, but it also helped me. It made me a better person. And now today, I'm standing and making accomplishments on a daily basis. It ain't easy though. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Working
right.
man, to go from a hustler to a working man is hard, slower money. But we ain't gonna get into all that. You know
That's
what I'm
right. Listen, this is truly a success story. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that here on Always Up Films. Tell us a little bit about you being an author. What sparked you to do that, and a little bit about some of your work.
Sparking me to be the author. I wrote my first book. It was 357 Boys. It's a book about it's almost like a urban version of the Sons of Anarchy. It's a black motorcycle gang out of New Jersey, northern New Jersey, and they get a connect. The main character, his name is Jimmy. Actually, my name on Facebook and Instagram is Jimmy Mackington. Jimmy Mackington actually derived from Jimmy Max. Jimmy Max was a character in my very first book, and Jimmy Max was actually somebody who went to the feds for credit card schemes. And when he went to the feds, he met up with this big time gangster connect Mexican cartel guy named Pedro Aguilera. He got into a fist fight in jail. I can't tell you the whole book, but he got into a fist fight with a common enemy. Next thing you know, he became a friend. He came home from prison. Pedro Aguilera flooded him. You know what I'm saying? This man took the money. He built his own community. And he did all type of shit. He was a player. He was a gentleman. He was an entrepreneur. He made money on top of money on top of money, and he took the drug money and made it legit. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy Mackington is actually the success story from a person who went from the streets to the positive. So that's why I named it Jimmy Mackington as far as my IG and my Facebook. But my real name and my author name is Jermel K. Pledger, Jermel K. Period.
Salute to that.
Pledger.
I see you holding the book. What's that you got in your hand right there?
This right here is a novel. This is actually my first real life autobiography of Earl Cinque Amen. Dr. Earl Cinque Amen is a man who did 30 years in prison. I wrote this man's book within 3 weeks. I wrote his life story in 3 weeks. And when I wrote it, we sat down with each other for about an hour or 2 hours a day, and we put it together. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's a real Black Panther. Dr. Earl Cinque Amen is a real Black Panther. I'm talking about a real Black Panther. When I'm going to say it again, a real Black Panther. He knew Geronimo Platt. He knew Huey P. Newton. He knows secrets. There's secrets in this book. It's things in this book that I didn't know. I didn't even know that the Black Panthers started that school lunch program.
Mm-hmm.
There was never free school lunch until the Black Panthers did it. Then America took on to it. Even though white America at the time hated the Black Panthers. And specifically the FBI, you know what I'm saying? J. Edgar Hoover hated the Black Panthers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But they took ideas from them. Meanwhile, they were making plans to destroy them. Which they did, but they didn't because they're still alive to this day. Dr. Earl Cinque Amen robbed the banks. You heard me? He robbed the banks. First, first and foremost, and we don't want to talk about the negative part, because the negative was positive. When he robbed banks, he brought it back to the black community. Of course, he balled out too. You know what I'm saying? He put his little gold on. He took care of his family and stuff too. But that's where the free lunch, and that's where some of the funds came from. It was robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. Guess what? The poor black people, us, the Negro, and excelling our race. Because he would never rob another black man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, based on this right here is a true life story. I brought it to life as much as I can. It can be found on Amazon Prime. It can be found on Amazon. It can be on Kindle, ebook, Barnes and Nobles. It's Pride of a Panther by me, Jamel K. Pledger. And it can be found on there. I wrote it. Only thing I did was write it. That's this man's life story. But what I will say and what I can say is this. This is the truth. And a lot of people don't know that there were more Black Panthers than Bobby Seale, than Huey P. Newton, than Afena Shakur. You know what I'm saying? There were more. There were more that were more important or just as important. It just wasn't as famous.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that. Sometimes we chase the fame and we don't know that the person who famous as hell got this motherfucker behind him. That's who he was. This motherfucker behind him doing so much shit for him that if it wasn't for this person, you wouldn't even known about them. They wouldn't accomplish as much in their lifetime.
That's right. That's beautiful, man. I mean, I'm loving the story. I'm loving the ideology, man. It's, you know, we appreciate brothers like you, man, especially in the community, man, when there's so much hate going on amongst us and criminalizing our people, you know what I mean, and making us out to be these savages, man. These are the stories that they don't want you to hear. And this is what Always Up Films is focusing on and trying to show the positive side to our people. How many books have you written, brother, altogether?
Altogether, I wrote 13 books. I wrote 10 in jail, 3 on the street.
Okay.
The inspiration came from boredom. Pure boredom and wanting to create, because as a human being we have to create. That's one thing I learned. Whether you're creating babies, whether you're creating a paycheck, whether you're creating this, you're creating that, you know what I'm saying? And whether you're creating anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, creation is a gift from God. Now some people don't believe in God, but at the end of the day, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power myself. I believe in the ancestors. I'm into African spirituality myself, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there. One thing I will say is this, though. They say that we are like God. You know what I'm saying? Whoever taught us, we are like them. So basically, whether God be an alien with a big-ass head and big-ass eyes, God be you, because you create your own life. You know what I'm saying? You make your own decisions. Nobody controls your life but you. You know what I'm saying? So you could be a form of God as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, peace, God. You know the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Peace. So
it's like, it's different ways to look at life, to look at the universe, to look at your life in one. Because if you want to talk about the universe is big, the universe is humongous. One thing I will tell you, that in the universe you can find yourself and you can find creativity. To create, from a rapper to a basketball player, creating that crossover, that special dunk he did where he spinned around, to you, let's take it down to layman terms, ejaculating inside of your woman and creating that baby, and creating that badass child or that good-ass child that grew up to be a doctor, a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, a police officer, a con man, a crackhead, whatever. Creation is king. So basically I found out that I had to create. It was an urge of mine. It was something that I can't explain. It just came over me. And I wanted to create stories because of my boredom. I took the time out to create stories. You know what I'm saying? I have a Game of Lies. That's about a preacher in love with a stripper. We're going to give you a short touch on it. 357 Boys. It's a urban motorcycle gang that deals with the Mexican mafia. We have Sex at College. It's about 3 different races of women. 1 white girl, 1 black girl, 1 Spanish girl. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. 1 black girl, 1 white girl, 1 Spanish girl, who go to college their freshman year. They all come from reserved lives, overprotective fathers. So they get to college, they away from home, they wild out sexually. And then we also have gangster fantasy, vampires and Crips. You know what I'm saying? That's about the homies fighting the vampires, Crip niggas fighting vampires. Through a triple OG named Hurricane, who was actually the descendant of a slave who went to war with a vampire and his bloodline was marked. We also have Big Girls Don't Cry. Big Girls Don't Cry is about a big girl, who was fat since she was young. She went through pain and suffering. She went through so much. And then as she got older, she ran into a big time drug dealer. And basically, we can't tell you too much of the story, but she ran into a big time drug dealer and she got some money somehow, some way. And she changed her body from a big girl to a smaller girl with better looks to the world's eye. And basically it gets deeper than that. Then we also have Pride of a Panther, which I got in my hand. We also got Black Vampire, which is about a slave vampire. A vampire who was a slave. He was a slave first and he became a vampire. Because by accident he got bit by a vampire and he survived. Like I said, we can't go too far. Then also we have The White Side, which is a comedy about a black man who dresses up like a white man and commits crimes and comes home and changes his appearance and goes back to his regular day life.
I need to read that one. That shit sound good.
Yeah. We got that too. We also have damn, I got so many books that I wrote, man.
Well, listen, tell me this though. Tell me this. How can the fans, because I know people are on the edge of their seats listening to all this good shit, how can they find you or follow you or connect with you socially or, you know, a little information on that?
Well, on social network, which I'm not a fan of because there's a lot of bullshit on social network, but on social network you can find me at Jimmy Mackington, JIMMY _ MACCINGTON. That's on IG. The underscore is between the Jimmy and the Mackington. On Facebook, it's just Jimmy Mackington. You know what I'm saying? Same thing without the underscore.
Okay.
And you could find me also too at my email, Jermel Pledger, JERMEL PLEDGER 1987 @gmail.com. And you can find me for that. Now, I'm saying, basically we've been getting into film. And the main thing, like for any author, I believe, like most authors, I don't know about every author, is for your book to be created and turned into a film. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Without the shade put on it, without them fucking your vision up. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But you understand, without them messing your vision up. That's what the real dream is. The real dream is to turn the books into novels. Right now I'm working on something called The Voodoo King, coming soon, which is a short film and it's going to be vicious. It's about a voodoo priest. He's half man, half God, son of an African god named Papa Label. Papa Label is the remover of obstacles, the bringer of opportunity. He's also the gatekeeper between heaven and hell. And his son, Dole T, which means the doer of good and evil, but only for the right reason. His son sends demons back to hell for his father with other demons, with the power of other demons, in return for a lavish lifestyle, a creative lifestyle, a beautiful lifestyle. In return for his father, for him giving these gifts, he has to fight for him. So that's actually one of the biggest projects I got going on right now.
Absolutely. Careful. But so yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this up because I got some other things we're gonna get into. This has been one of the most in-depth interviews that I've had right here, man, and it's amazing, you know, the things that we can do, bro. We're gonna keep this pushing, man, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want to tell the Always Up film fans, excuse me, before we end this?
Well, to the Always Up film fan, you already know we always up. Even when you feel down, we always up. But one thing I will say is this. Follow me on Instagram at Jimmy Mackington. Follow me on Facebook at Jimmy Mackington. Also, too, go on Amazon.com and look up my novels. Jermel K. Pledger, JERMEL K. Pledger, like Pledge of Allegiance, PLEDGER. Look me up on Amazon. Cop those books. People don't like to read nowadays. Stop being lazy and read.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Knowledge is power.
That's right. Yo, knowledge is
Big
power. And with that being said, this is
Knowledge
Knowledge gonna
born.
sign out. Peace to the guards out there. Listen, man, it's a pleasure talking to you, and we're gonna catch you the next time around. Salute to you, brother.
All right, salute, my nigga. You know the shit.
Absolutely.
All right.